Hi, I'm Mark from L&M Small Engine. Today we're working on a Bolens FMC. It's a 26-inch cut snowblower with an 8 horsepower Tecumseh engine on it. A little quick story on this one. It was a hand-me-down through their family. They can't afford a new snowblower. They're kind of struggling. They changed the oil in it already. They put a new plug in it. They still can't get it going. And they asked me if I could, check out the carburetor and stuff, see if I can't get it going for them. So hope you enjoy the video. So let's go ahead and take this cover off over the carburetor. We got to pry that choke handle off. It's just pressed down there. And we got a 5/16 little bolt up on top here. And we got 2 Phillips screws up here in front. There's our carburetor. So we'll go ahead and unhook the primer line. Then we'll take off these 2 bolts here then so we can get to the fuel line in back there. Grab the magnet so I can get that nut on the back there. Now this snowblower is pretty old, but for considering how old it is, it don't look like in too bad a shape. We'll take this primer hose off. Now we can get to the clamp for the fuel line. Kind of try breaking that hose loose a little bit so we don't tear it. There we go. Then we take this governor linkage off. Just gotta remember it's in that. There's 3 holes right there. It's in the top hole. And there we go. I'll clean the outside off a little bit before we tear it apart. See if we can't get this going. Okay, I'm gonna take this bracket off right here because I want to take out that idler screw because there's like a little O-ring in there, and to make sure that O-ring's in good shape. And you can't unscrew it out without hitting that bracket. On the older Tecumsehs, they have this adjustment screw. On the newer ones where they quit making them, it had that fixed jet idler screw in there. There's a brass washer in there and a little rubber O-ring. There's a brass washer. And this O-ring is just falling apart. It's supposed to be round, it's all flat, so it's a good thing we took that off. Now we can take the bottom bolt nut off, and this has a mixture screw on this for the main jet on these 2. And that also has a O-ring in there. Yeah, you can see old gas in there. It's all yellowish in there. So I think I'm just gonna boil this thing out and just put a nice kit in it. On these brass floats, always shake them around because sometimes there'll be a hole in there and it'll fill up full of gas. Let's go ahead and take this out. Brass washer there and that O-ring, which is all smashed up. So I'm gonna go ahead and boil this thing out. We'll come back and put a new kit in there. Then there's a rubber seat in here. Just kind of twist it out and use the air hose and it'll blow right out. Let's see, it's totally out of there now. So I'll get this boiled out and we'll come back and put it together. Look, we just got out of the cleaner and it turned out really good. All nice and clean. So the first thing we're gonna do, we'll put this idler jet in there first. Put that brass washer on. Get the new O-ring. Get it started on the threads here. And we'll screw it all the way in just till it's snug. They don't want to over tighten it. That's snug. We'll turn it out 1/2 turn and almost 3/4. So either turn out either half a turn or 3/4. Don't turn out any more than that. And we can fine tune it after that. Now we'll grab our new seat for our needle. It's nice and smooth on one side and kind of rigid on the other. The rigid side goes in first so you can see the smooth side. Then just use a 3/16 drill bit. Make sure there ain't no sharp edges or burrs on it. And just put in there and and press it in there. And I like to blow a little bit of air in there just to make sure there ain't no debris in that hole where the needle goes. Okay, we'll grab our new needle. That goes right here on the float right here. And it's kind of sitting kind of low to adjust it. About right there. And grab our new bowl gasket. Get that put on there like that. And this flat side of the bowl, that goes over where the hinge is. Now here's our brass main jet where the screws in there. There's 2 holes on the side at the bottom. Make sure they're nice and clear. And there's a little itsy bitsy one right here. Make sure that one's nice and clear too. And we'll grab our mixture screw. Put the brass washer on. Grab our new O-ring. And we're just going to get it started right now. You don't want to screw it in right now until we get it all bolted on there. Go ahead and get it tightened up. Okay, we're going to turn this in until it stops. And use your flat screwdriver. Turn it out 1.5 times. There's 1/2, 1, 1/2. And once it gets started, if it's running too rich, we can turn it in. If it's running too lean, we can turn it out. But that's just a good basic point to start out at. Now we'll go ahead and put this bracket on for the cover. Go ahead and snug them up. Now we're ready to put it back on the engine. I'll hook up that governor linkage. And it went up in that top one in that triangle right there. Okay. Now we gotta hook up that fuel line. They don't give you much room to work on here. Okay, we got our gasket. And we'll put the nuts on. And the back one's always kind of tough for me because I have big fat fingers. So I'm going to use a magnet to get it started. Once it starts, it's easy. And we'll go ahead and snug these down. Okay, I'm going to put our primer line on. Just make sure everything's working. Now we can go and put that cover on it. There's supposed to be a bolt in the back too. I'll have to find one. A lot of times they vibrate out. So and press our knob back on there for the choke. Okay, I'm going to go and get it off the table, and we'll put some nice premium gas in there. And they put new oil in it, but I'm just going to double check, make sure it's full. And they add a new plug in there. We'll see if we can't get this started for them. Okay, let's put premium gas in there. And I checked the oil. The oil is right on full. So use our power cord. Push the primer bulb. Turn the choke on. Make sure the key's on. Well, surprisingly, it runs really doggone good for an old Bolens like that. Anyways, I'm not even going to charge these people for this. You know, the holidays are coming up, and they'd rather see them buy their kids presents than charge them for this. So anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. I appreciate you watching, and you guys have a good afternoon. Bye.